Facebook family, are you ready to start this weekend? It's time for the Curls and the Scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Oh, I got some good stuff today. It's short and sweet though, but come on, come on. It's not cute not knowing, and now you're going to know there is a weekend edition. And I've asked them to tone down the music a little bit because I know the music can be a little overpowering. I said, let's get the music, just like kind of like under my voice. But it's fancy and it has pictures and all of this great stuff. So check it out, that weekend edition. So I get my notes together. I do several reports, right? And my allergies are just driving me nuts today. And I can barely get through the Facebook one. And I said, so I've got tissues so I can get it. And I'm like, we need to get through this report. I love how you respond. Can I tell you that? And I thank you. I love how you respond. That Jonathan Major story and the girlfriend changing her mind, saying she's sorry. It struck a nerve. Jonathan, we need to send you some screenshots. People want the best for you, baby, but you got to know when to walk away from crazy. Where is Lakeisha Williams? She's married to Venus and Serena's dad, Richard Williams. King Richard. He's 81. She's 37 years younger. They can't find her. She done did a lot of things. They say she has stole in total $1.4 million. She stole his cars, cashed his Social Security checks. They say she's like living in the doghouse with her aunt on the property that's crumbled, and he wants out of this marriage, so they want to get rid of their house. It's just a mess. Years ago, the stories in the book, I've talked about this often. I had to interview Richard. It was a big tennis thing happening in Philly. Well, he came, the little son came, and she came. The son at this time was 2 years old, and the kid stays with him because they can't find the mom. So, all right, we ain't supposed to have no eat food in the studio. This little boy comes in, with the pretzels in the bag, and he spilled them all over the floor, and I was like, because we ain't supposed to have food in the studio. And I was like, I'm going to get blamed. So Richard Williams kept saying, sit your ass down. Because the boy, he was 2. He wouldn't sit down. And she ain't care about nothing. She was caressing this pocketbook. That's all she cared about. And I said to myself, she does not love him. She let that bag. Look at me caressing like I'm caressing a bag. She loves that handbag, but she don't love him. Well, it took him years to find out that she never loved him, and he is saying, like, she never loved me. No, Mr. Williams, she didn't. Now y'all can't find her because she hiding. They want to arrest her, put her in jail, shake her up, because she's stolen so much from this man. But elder abuse is real, and I just want to put this out there. If you older and you dating somebody because you want a young thing, you better make sure they love you and not love your pockets. That's just life. Wendy Williams is selling her personal belongings. Why? Sources say she was thinking about moving. She's probably trying to unveil stuff. But a friend did say there's a lot going on there. There's not many people who are honest about her condition. Gabrielle Union is showing everybody that she knows how to ring in the Big 5-0. She's going to be doing a 2-part documentary for BET. It's a docuseries, My Journey to 50. She travels to Africa with her friends, and it's going to air June 15th. That is the weekend for Juneteenth. A lot of celebration and shows, but it airs June 15th on BET. So now Lathan, we just saw The Best Man. She is joining one of my favorite shows. I am such a huge fan of Larry David's Curb Your Enthusiasm. The show ain't for everybody, and it ain't politically correct. And it's kind of like, it's like dark humor, or it's like deep humor. You got to really watch it. But I think it's a great show. My main man, JB Smoove, is in it. Larry David, they're gearing up for season 12. And Sanaa Lathan has joined the cast. This is a huge movie weekend. You've got 1001. Tiana Taylor is going to blow people away. She plays a free-spirited woman who loses custody of her son while she kidnaps her son in foster care, and it shows their journey as they get to know each other and go through life. There's Dungeons and Dragons. If you've played the game, you'll probably want to see this movie with Chris Pine, Regé-Jean Page, Hugh Grant, Michelle Rodriguez. It's in theaters this weekend. Another movie, if you are a music head, you'll want to see Spinning Gold. Jeremy Jordan plays the legendary music exec Neil Bogart, who literally changed the landscape of the music scene of the 70s. Jay Farrow plays his close friend and advisor. I did the Philly screening last night, and it was good. I enjoyed it. Neil Bogart, and there were things there that I had no idea. He had Buddha Records, and he was able to relaunch Gladys Knight's career. He kind of like took the rejects that people didn't know what to deal with. When Gladys was with Motown, she couldn't get any respect. She goes to Buddha Records and comes out with the Midnight Train in Georgia. Bill Withers, he was older when he got into the music scene. I believe he was in maybe like 29 or 30. They didn't know what to do with him. He had this soulful sound that was just different. Neil Bogart got him away from Berry Gordy, and they said that Berry Gordy sent the mob after Neil Bogart for stealing Bill Withers, because he tapped into, like, this man is like a music genius. Parliament, Wiz Khalifa, the rapper, plays George Clinton, and he got the essence. No one understood Parliament. You know, George Clinton, now he talking about something, he won a spaceship. They just thought he was smoking too much weed. Neil Bogart discovered the rock group Kiss, the makeup, Gene Simmons and the tongue, all the pyrotechnics and stuff. Donna Summer, that's when he really, really hit his stride in discovering her and just realizing her amazing voice. The Village People, he convinced Edwin Hawkins back in 1969 to release Oh Happy Day, and it became this huge hit everywhere. Pop, R&B formats, of course, gospel. It was a great story, and what made it so great to me, he died when he was 39. He fit so much into 39 years of life. But his decisions and the artists that he had literally changed the landscape of the music of the 70s. With Spinning Gold, Jeremy Gold was amazing. Next week, Monique. My Name is Monique. It's going to start streaming on Netflix. Quinta Brunson is hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend. Oh, I can't wait to see her. I hope the skits are funny. The movie Air, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Viola Davis. How did Nike get Michael Jordan to sign it? He wasn't the Michael Jordan back then. How that took off. Marlon Wayans is in it. You're just going to see a lot of your favorites. Chris Tucker. This movie comes out on the 4th. It's either Prime or Apple. I forgot. You know what? There's so many of these streaming services. You got to do this. Which one is it? I think it's Apple. I'm sure you're going to tell me. If you go see Spinning Gold, I like the casting. I didn't like, they had Pink Sweats, the singer, playing Bill Withers. And Bill Withers was tall and light brown skin. Pink Sweats is shorter and heavier. Bill Withers was never that heavy. Ledisi is playing Gladys Knight. You're going to see some really interesting cameos in that movie. Also, another documentary doesn't come out until Monday. For those who remember the former child star Brooke Shields. Back in the 70s, it was quite the controversy because her mom had her pushing her into pornography at 10. She had the Calvin Klein ad, Nothing Comes Between Me and My Calvins. Her mother really sexualized her at a very early age, at 11. And you just saw her as an 11-year-old with an adult-themed movies, just doing things that's just very uncomfortable to watch very, very young people do it. She talks about the relationship with her mom, who was an alcoholic, and she really opens up about being a child star. You ever wonder, so many child stars, they don't make it. And I think a lot of times the parents want to be the ones who are famous. They get involved with drugs. It comes down to the money, and the parents push them. They said Macaulay Culkin would beg his dad for a day off, and his dad just kept making him work. Young children, I believe, some are taken advantage of by their parents, and Brooke Shields talks about it. It's called Pretty Baby. It's a documentary, Hulu, and it starts on Monday. I saw some previews, and it really, really, really looked good. Okay, these are my Philly notes right here. I hope that you have a great weekend. Boy, did you try, y'all. I still got to go today because it's going to be my little rest evening. I'm going to finish going through the comments, but boy, you poured it out and let me know how you think, what you think, the whole Nick Cannon thing. Keep the comments coming. I encourage them. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel, and guess what? You will never miss a minute of anything. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. Look out for the weekend edition. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. There's absolutely nothing like the curls and the scoop. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.